right, going live on the YouTube. Let's do it live on the Instagram. Okay, there's that. Delete, delete, deleted. All right. Sure we get it set up so the Instagram folk can see. Oh, I see. I've got to actually push this back. Oh, hi, Vesper. Come on, Vesper. Yes, it's showtime, honey. She's so funny. I think I just saw some glass. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I broke the glass. Kind of did that. That happened. Hey, Hales. Hi, honey. All right, I'm just going to push this back a little bit further. Actually, I know. I have to tip it down. That's the deal, right? I got to tip, tip, tip. See, yes, Vesper in the house. Vesper in the house. Vesper's getting ready. And, oh, I forgot my coffee. Hold on. I got to go get my coffee. Let me go do that. Must have coffee. Must have coffee. Yes. Java. Java is important. Right, Vesper? I think Pete's still outside wandering around somewhere. Anyway, all of us are here, including all the art. This is one of my favorite mugs. My friend, my Mary Lou, is an art historian. We're actually creating a really cool workshop that involves meditation, art, and artwork and journaling and like making like a little book. Kind of excited. Yeah, so she and I are going to create a cool little workshop. My buddy Mary Lou, she's an amazing doctor in art history. And she gave this to me for my 50th birthday. Yes, that happened. Just as all of this happened. Go figure. All right, so today's class is going to build on what I did in the class that I taught last night, which was all about giving a bunch of great modifications for how to reduce using your arms and your shoulders, particularly if you have a shoulder injury, but also to build up the shoulders in a healing way. Today, we're going to take that a little bit further in a part 2 kind of way, and we're going to actually use no shoulders at all and see if we can do it, to use the arms even less than what we did yesterday. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that for now. All right, so come into a Baddha Konasana position with the feet, and I think it's cold where I am in the world right now. So I think I'm gonna leave my sparkle kitty slippers for a bit. But I'm activating my feet in my kitty slippers, so activate your feet. In Baddha Konasana, push the soles of the feet together, spread the toes, and feel your legs turn on and support the upper body with that movement, with that action. And just pause and take a deep breath in, feeling your feet connect to the ground, feel your legs join in this really super solid way. And with the legs joined, providing this base, this foundation for the entirety of your upper body, right through the crown. Feel for widening the breath as you take your next inhalation. Part of the reason I'm choosing to work with a shoulderless class and off the shoulder, if you will, is because of something my piano teacher brought up yesterday in class, in our lesson. And what's behind that is generally, I think we all carry the burden of much in our shoulders, and our shoulders are really tight. And we're all trying really hard to connect to whatever it is we can tether to right now, mainly through the use of media. We're at our computers more in order to Stay connected. Even I'm on a lot more. I had made a habit of not be, I don't have a Facebook account any longer. I haven't had one for years. But I'm actually having a little internal debate about opening up another account, maybe even opening a Twitter. I'm not sure. So how connected can we be? In a time when we've been using our connections in a way that weren't maybe so positive. All of the tension is kind of living up here. So let's not close off this place, but strive to open this area of our bodies today by grounding more so we can make those decisions better. So take a deep breath in, feeling the feet push together, feeling that groundedness down through the legs. And accepting that we actually might need to close down parts of ourselves in order to open up other areas. We'll work with that today. Let's work with 100 rounds of Kapalabhati, breath of fire. That's short bursts of air through the nose. Belly pulls back to spine, looks like this. I like the way my belly looks today. I think you can kind of see that really well. You see that? All right, well, I'm going to turn to the side as well. So everybody can see the position of the hands that I would like you to, actually, you know what, because we're not doing shoulders, I don't want to do chest opener in a really big way. I want to do it in a small way today. So in today's practice, I'd like you to take your hands right to your hips and use your hands to push down on the hips, just enough without over-engaging in the shoulders. Take a partial breath in. And then we'll begin short bursts of air to 100 through the nose. Go at your own pace. Keep going and really focus on keeping the action in the low part of the body. See if you can keep this all quiet. I think we got about 20 more. Let that go. Bring the hands in front of the shins. You can use wrist stretch position, stage 2. Palms off the floor. Palms forward. Fingers and thumbs wide. If that's not a good move for your shoulders, place your palms flat on the floor and take a deep breath in. We'll work 3 rounds of Uddiyana. The belly flies up. Exhale fully through the mouth. Tuck the chin. Pull low belly back to spine. Soften shoulders. Soften belly and pull back a little more. Let belly muscles go. And take a deep breath in. Keep the feet active. Torso wide. Exhale out. Keep the breath out. Soften the belly muscles. Pull low belly muscles back to spine. Let belly muscles relax forward. Take another deep breath in. Hold the breath, soften the shoulders. Tuck the chin, exhale out. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Let belly muscles go. Inhale to sit up, and once more bring your hands onto your hips and just take a deep breath in. Making the commitment to do more in the low part of the body than in the upper body as we work through today's practice. And through the groundedness in the low part of the body, know that we are actually activating our most creative centers of our body. The willpower, the solar plexus, we're supporting the heart, and we're working the sacral chakra, our seat of creativity, and grounding through the root. You take one big breath, the whole body. Widen through the core. And then exhale fully out. Seated side bend, one leg straight. Let's start with the left leg. Extend your left leg out to the side. And if you can, bring either the sole of the right foot to inner thigh. If your knee allows it, you can bend the knee, come into like a hurdler's position. If you are working with the hurdler's position, grab onto ankle with right hand. Inhale, reach left hand out to the side. Palm down inside the knee or the calf. And relax the neck. If you're working with the foot to the inner thigh, take your hand onto your hip. Also relax the neck. Anchor down through the pelvis in both legs and consciously signal the upper body to soften. Do that by expanding your breath through the upper back and chest. Relax the neck a little more. One more deep breath in. Exhale fully. Second arm position. Release the grab on the ankle and take the hand behind the back to grab onto the waistband of your hands. And stay there. For those of you with your hand on your waist, you can keep the hand on the waist or bring the arm behind to grab the waistband of the pants. Go in the neck even more. And feel for helping that relaxation by pushing the left palm firmly down. Take another deep breath in. Wash the breath through the body on exhalation. Inhale, take the arm to hand placement on the shoulder. Let the elbow reach out and again, relax the neck even more. Let the mouth separate, both lips part. Continue breathing through the nose though. Noses are for breathing, mouths are for eating. Anchor down through your legs. Feel the right thigh push down on the back of the left thigh. One more breath. And then to come out of the pose, keep reaching with the right elbow and then use left hand to pick up your head. Yes, Bert? I know you want to go out, but you need to wait till we finish this sequence. All right. Bring your, oh, sorry about this, sweetheart. We'll start with you. All right. Bring the right leg out to the side and either bring the left foot to inner thigh or bend the knee, heel to butt. If you have the heel to butt, grab your ankle with left hand. If you're working with the foot to inner thigh, take your hand to your hip. You can even do that in both positions, really. Inhale, reach the right arm out to the side, palm down. And relax the neck over to the right. Soften the jaw. Stretch the breath. Feel for stretching the breath, particularly through the shoulder blades, upper back, mid-back area. Noticing that when we expand our breath there, the low back actually lets go a little on its own. Second arm position, take the left arm behind the back to grab onto the waistband of the pants, or just keep it on the hip. Press down through both hips. Feel the toes spreading on both feet, keeping the feet active, legs energized and supportive. And then release the arm and take the hand to the shoulder. The shoulder relax and the elbow reach. That may pull you out of the bend slightly. That's okay. In the space that creates, use your breath to wash into that place. Excavate, scour. Explore. One last breath in. And then to come out of the pose, keep reaching with the left elbow. Keep head hanging right. Lift up and then use right hand to pick up the head. Let both arms relax. We need to let that spread out. Okay, let's do it. And let's prepare for your abs. So come onto your back, and I think we'll do twisted root abs again, but we're going to do them like we did last night without using the shoulders, without using the arms. So come onto the back. We've been doing twisted root abs a lot lately. And I can tell the difference in my hips, P.S. So I also like twisted root because it has a finite number. Whereas I can get a little lost in the abs with the other ones, and I can go on to infinity and beyond. But let's not. Let's cross left thigh over right. You can go for a double cross, if you want, bringing the left ankle behind the right. And then bring the arms out to a cactus position today with the arms bent at 90 degrees. I need to move my mat a little to be comfortable. So let me do that real quick. All right, I think that's cool. So, resuming regular programming, bring the arms out to that cactus position, palms up to the ceiling. Thighs are crossed, left on right. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up, getting the back flat. Squeeze inner thighs and pull low belly down. Activate the feet. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, breathe into the back of the pelvis, feeling it relax. Spread your feet. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, reach knees up, keep the shoulders and the neck, relax. Take a deep breath in. Spread the feet more. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, pull low belly down, draw the front low ribs into the body, and then let that go. Now we're going to use the arms a smidge, but I want you to gauge like, we're going to use this as a way to see just how much we really want to use our arms. We habitually want to use our arms so much. Use the arms slightly, legs more. You'll see what I mean. Stack your left palm on top of your right on front of left thigh. Activate the feet and take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, squeeze inner thighs, use your hands to lightly traction the left thigh bone forward and up. And relax the effort in your shoulders now. Use the legs to do more of that. Inhale, breathe into low back. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, use the hands for just a bit of guidance, thigh bone forward and up. Use the legs to do more of that. Pull the low belly down. Woo-wee. Let that go. Goes to show you it's almost a little hard to turn off that habit, right? But it's cool to know it's there. All right, let's come back into the cactus position. This time crossing right thigh on top of left. Arms at the sides and cactus, palms up. Shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, pull the belly down and activate the feet. Draw the front ribs into the body. Inhale, breathe through the back of the rib cage. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, pull the belly down, relax the shoulders, relax the ribs, relax the neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze inner thighs, pull low belly down. Let go whatever effort is happening in upper body. Use legs instead. Whoo-wee. All right. Gosh, that's hard. All right, so let's do stage 2. Take right hand on top of left palm, on top of right thigh. Activate the feet and take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, pull the low belly down, absorb the ribs into your body as you push lightly forward and up through the right thigh. Use the legs to do more of that. Inhale, breathe into low back. Spread your toes. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze thighs, light pressure on thighs, pull low belly down. Use the legs to move the thigh bones forward and up. Pull low belly down again. All right, let's go into frog. Unwind your legs. Now, in frog, I should have cued in all of that. You could have done those with the feet down. And if you look at the video that I shot yesterday, last night, you'll see those options. I'll show you the other options in frog. So you can come to Baddha Konasana on your back, feet on the floor, in frog position, with the pinky edges of the feet on the floor. Pushing the feet together to help create the length in the buttocks. You can do that now if you just want to kind of feel that. All right, if you have further to go, pick the feet up, separate the feet, and come into a frog position, knees bent at 90 degrees, toes out to the side. Again, pushing through the feet to lengthen the low back and the buttocks are super engaged. All right, so pick your leg position. Bring it, actually, let's do a couple with the feet on the floor. I want to, all right? So bring your arms to your sides, cactus position, palms up to the ceiling. Activate the feet, spread the toes, and push the feet together. Deep breath into the low back. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, push the feet together, pull the low belly down, and push the feet again. Breathe in the low back. Relax the pelvis to the floor. Spread the toes now. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the low belly down, and push the feet together. Pull the low belly down again. So you can keep working there, or pick your feet up off the floor, frog position, toes out to the side. Come back to cactus arms if you lost it, like I did because I was talking with my hands. All right, take a deep breath into your low back. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, pull the low belly down, pull the front ribs into your body. Find that push through the buttocks, back of legs, toes spread wide. Widen the breath through the back body. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, pull the low belly down, reach out with your thighs, pull low belly down again, push with legs. Let's do another one. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, pull the low belly down, push with the buttocks, the thigh bones, the calves, the heels. Oh, we're gonna do another one. Take another deep breath. Spread your toes, spread your hands, take a deep exhale, curl the tailbone up, pull low belly down, push with your buttocks, thighs, feet, everything engaged and on in those legs. Woo-wee. Inhale, bring your legs back together, feet to the floor. All right, here's where I have to lose my slippers. My house is chilly and I can't find my electric heatery thing. It's all right. All right, bridge. We're going to work with a block today or whatever super sturdy prop you've been using for your classes, your remote classes, okay? Get a cork block. You know what? I don't even know if they're shipping these things these days. I bet a lot of people got props, but it's okay. It's cool. Let's do bridge with a block, ankle over thigh. Do a few bridges, though. Bring your heels back to your buttocks. Raise the backs of your heels and spread the toes. Arms at your sides, palms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, push through those heels and calves to lift pelvis off the floor. Neck relaxed. Let the shoulders melt into the floor. And take another deep breath in. Oh, feel that breath widen the back body, especially right between the shoulder blades. Push down through your feet so you can open that a little more. Move your breath there now. Exhale, push down through the feet. Spread the toes. And then take your block. Place it on the highest side possible you can work with today. And, maybe go lower, because sometimes we hear if possible, we got to do more. That's not the point, right? Go at your comfort level. Walk your left foot closer to your right, and then inhale, push to the left foot down, draw right knee to chest. Exhale, cross right ankle on top of left thigh. And use your right hand to, again, lightly traction. Once you start to feel this right shoulder doing a lot of work, let that go. Do this instead. Push right ankle on the left thigh. Use the leg to move the thigh bone forward. Open space in right waist. Use left foot to push into the ground and connect more firmly. One more deep breath here. And then exhale. Settle that pelvis a little more firmly on the block. And then maybe draw the knee into the chest. Maybe extend the leg all the way up. You can work the knee to chest. Or come back to the ankle-thigh connection. But be working in this traction, right? So move the right thigh bone slightly forward and up and push the pelvis onto that block as you do so. Left foot into floor. Deep breath in. And then release. Bring the right foot to the floor. Change sides. Push right foot down. Inhale, left knee in. Cross ankle on top of right thigh. And now the left hand is giving a little guidance to assist that left thigh forward. Connect the pelvis onto the block. Connect the right foot firmly into the floor. Second position, unwind and keep the right knee bent, heel reaching forward, or straighten the leg all the way up. By settling the pelvis on the block, you begin to lengthen the low back, extending the buttocks forward, thigh bones forward. We complete that action by pushing down through the right leg and up through the left leg, and by relaxing the shoulders against the floor. Expand the breath through the torso. And then bend the left knee and then step that foot to the floor. Push both heels down. Inhale to come off the block. Really push the legs down to exhale and come down. Keep pushing through both legs. Relaxing the shoulders. Really let them turn off as you curl the tailbone up. Pull ribs in, and lower, down. It's actually a lot slower than you think. Roll over to your side and push up through hands. Neck relaxed. Use one hand to pick up the head. It's time for the clip. I have unsuccessfully tried to do bridge with a clip in my head, and I have a clip graveyard as a result. But there we are. All right, dolphin. It's definitely a use of the shoulders, but I'd like to see what we can do about not using the shoulders. Hey, Pete. It's cat relay. It's cat relay day. It's always cat relay day. Oh, come on, Esther, come on. Come on. Okay, well, that's not what we're gonna do. We're definitely not gonna wash our hands with the door open. While the little girls can get out. So pad your knees to come onto hands and knees. And dolphin is actually a great shoulder healer because it teaches us how to engage and do what's called wrapping the shoulders. A lot of people have asked me about that in a lot of different classes. What's this wrapping the shoulders business? And I'd like to go over that so we can work using it in dolphin pose. Come on, Vesper, come on. Okay, I'm sorry, honey, we're just not. You're gonna either come in or stay out. Okay, we're gonna let you just stay out. So in wrapping the shoulders, I have conveniently worn a cute cami so I can show you this action. So in wrapping the shoulders, we've got two shoulder blades, right? There is an action of a wrapping around the shoulder blades, around the sides of the rib cage where it feels like they're coming forward into the chest muscles, chest cavity. And that basically looks like a difference between this, the shoulder blades, in wrapping, the shoulder blades come down, wrap around the body, and hook forward. The difference in my arms is I start here, right? So as I pull the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, I wrap them forward, boom, my arms come in, and I'm far stronger with my arms engaged and aligned with my body rather than them out here where I can't really recruit my core strength. Okay? So let's work with that today in dolphin pose. Come on to hands and knees. And then onto the elbows. So place your your hands underneath your shoulders. And then knees are directly under hips. Toes are curled under. And if you're wearing long sleeves like me, and I am going to stay wearing them today, bring them up so your elbows can come onto the floor unobstructed. Swivel the hands to grab opposite arms with opposite hands. That gives you the right measurement. And then today, let's swivel the hands forward to a clasp. Let go in the neck. Take a deep breath into the upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, and then wrap the shoulders around, feeling the inner elbows draw towards one another. Push back through the toes. Let go of the neck even more. Take a deep breath into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down. Push into the floor through the arms. Shoulder blades wrap forward. Neck relax. Push back through the toes so it's a whole body movement. Breathe in to the whole body now. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down. Absorb the ribs into the body as you push back through the toes. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, push forearms down, draw ribs in, push back through toes. And then let that go. Shift back to the heels, hips over heels. Bring arms alongside the body, palms up, and expand your breath to the low, mid, and upper back. Again, as I keep reminding everybody, I'm not doing embryo with you only because the minute I do that, my face gets put in the mat and you can't hear me. But please know that I am doing the same breath, breathing into my low, mid, and upper back. Letting the tailbone reach down. My shoulders soften. I am enjoying that breath too. All right. Push down through your shins to come up. Let's work in Uddiyana in horse stance with back traction. So in order to keep the shoulders from wanting to over-engage, I offer you the option of working against the wall in horse or working in chair. And then another great way to engage in the chair pose, because the reason that horse is difficult, and by the way, horse stance is a wide stance. Horse, right? And we tend to want to also tilt forward in horse rather than do 90 degrees at the knees and stay up tall in the torso. It's because we just don't have the leg strength. Plain and simple, to keep the back long and maintain and sustain that. So to teach us to get there, take a block between the calves and work in a chair position with the back flat against the wall. And again, here, I gotta lose my clip. You might need to as well. So here, you squeeze the block between the calves. Again, we start to teach ourselves to gain the leg strength, to work the belly. All right? So you can either work in that position with the belly moves, work in horse stance with the back against the wall. This is also a move. It's just a wider chair stance. Again, keeping the back tall and long, working at 90 degrees, pushing the back into the wall, down through the heels. That's another choice. Working it in space is a place to go to once the leg strength has been cultivated. All right? So working with chair at the wall, block between ankles, working in horse stance against the wall, 90-degree bend, tailbone tuck so the back is flat against the wall. In any of the positions, please place your hands on your hips in order to promote engagement through the legs and down. All right, Udiyana, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Keep the breath out. Tuck chin, pull low belly back to spine. Let belly go. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Keep breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Tuck chin. One more round. Deep breath in. Push down through the legs. Even more. Exhale out. Keep breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Inhale to straighten up through the legs. Use the wall to support your move if that's where you're working today. And come back to your mat in a wide-legged stance if you've stepped away. Coming into a wide-legged side bend, take your right hand to your hip and take the left hand onto left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Extend over to the right. Tuck the tailbone a little more. And inwardly rotate both thighs. Feel for drawing the breath up through the sacrum from the tailbone. Feel the sacrum sort of flap open nicely. Exhale, wash your breath through that area. And then to come out of the pose, reach through the left elbow. Bring hand to hip and use right hand to pick up the head. We'll do the other side. Right hand to right shoulder, left hand on hip. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, extend over towards the left side. Push down through both legs strongly. Engaging the calves. You can bend your knees a little bit to do that. A little bit. So it's more of a softening around the knees. Open the breath through the upper back. Feel like it's an umbrella opening. And reach through the right elbow. Use left hand to pick up your head. Forward fold over your legs. You can keep the hands on the hips for stability. Bend your knees slightly. Again, find that softening action. So it's not a real deep bend, it's more of a softening. And then anchor down and back through the heels so the whole back line of the body opens up. One more deep breath in. Cat raises. And then release. Push down through the legs, pull into the belly. And come up with a flat back. Heel toe your feet together. Like a dance. All right. Hey, Lauren. What are you doing, girl? All right. So we are going to move into sun salutations alternating with B series. All right. There she is. Hey, Lauren, girl. All right. So I am going to. So we'll do that. We're going to join. We're going to do sun salutations with B series using no hands and shoulders. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to stop the live feed on Instagram for now so we can make that continuous going forward. I've been doing that. And for those of you who do join me there, continuous feeds are always happening on the YouTube live. I do that simultaneously with this. But we'll stop it here so we can continue forward with Sons. All right, so join me back. I'll see you in a bit. And now, delete. All right. And we are back. Actually, I think I need to put this and this. Hey, Hales. Thanks for joining. I'm setting it up so you're not all in comment land. There, I think that works, right? All right, so this is going to be fun. It's a really great balance challenge. And again, it shows us just how much we live to use those shoulders. Let's see what we can do. Alternate with B series. All right, so bring hands onto hips. Take your hands against the top crest of the pelvis and use the hands to lightly tuck the tailbone to lengthen the buttocks. Spread the toes. All right, take that deep breath in through the low, mid to upper back. And then exhale, bring hands to heart. Anchor down the legs a little more, soften around the knees, and take another deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tail again. Bring hands to pelvis, complete the exhale, forward fold. Low lunge, inhale, step the left leg back, bring knee to floor, pad knee, point toes, bring hands onto hips, inhale, lift torso. Lower hips. Exhale. Lower the torso, bring hands to the floor. Step back, tabletop position and curl toes under. We'll pause here. This is where we'll stay. Unless you want to go to that plank, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward, push back to the toes, down to the palms, and then lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose. Curl the pubic bone forward and inhale. Lift chest, hang head long and low. Let it go in that neck. Exhale. Lower down, curl back toes under, pick up. Tabletop position. Again, where we will stay. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Curl the pubic bone, push through the toes. Stepping into lunge from here. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Flip the mat over to pad right knee and point right toes. Pause. And then inhale, hands on hips, lift torso. Sink hips low. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften the shoulders even more. Wrap the shoulders. And lower hands to the floor, step forward and fold. Neck relax. Bring hands onto hips and inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay wide with the feet or bring big toes to touch. B series, inhale. Hands on hips, find chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, keep hands on hips, lift torso, L-shaped position. Forward fold, exhale, and step back to tabletop position, toes curled under. Breathe in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and then lower all the way to the floor. Straighten the legs, cobra pose, inhale. Curl pubic bone into floor, draw front ribs into the body as you lift. Exhale, lower down, and then push back up table, toes curled under. Take a deep breath in. And step the left foot forward, Lift up, warrior one position, pivot the right heel down. On your next inhale, bring hands to hips and come up. Exhale, hands to the floor, right knee to the floor, come back to table. And then lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose, inhale, get long to the back of the neck. Lift chest. Exhale, lower down. Push up, downward facing dog. Keep the belly engaged. Not downward dog, table, or dog, I guess you meant there, right? Warrior one, inhale, bring the right foot forward, pivot left heel down, push through the legs to come up, hands on hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the back knee, lower it, bring hands to floor. Table position, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and lower to the floor. Cobra pose, inhale, get long to the back of the neck. Like it's hard to get out of that habit. And then push up. Tabletop position, toes curled under. Deepen the breath. Exhale, step forward and fold. Neck relaxed. Hands on hips, inhale, stand all the way up, straight and flat back. Chair pose, exhale. And then inhale, push down through the legs to straighten up, hands to heart center. All right, sun salutations. Widen your stance if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold, hands on hips. Low lunge, inhale, step the right leg back, knee down, pat the knee, hands on hips, lift torso. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, tabletop position, toes curled under, breathe in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and lengthen through the upper back to come all the way down. Straighten your legs, cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down, lift up, tabletop position. Inhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge position, pad left knee. Hands on hips, next breath in, lifts up. Sink in the hips, we'll hold here. Tall torso, strong legs, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Step forward and fold. Hands on hips, inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. B series, you can bring your big toes to touch, hands to hips. Inhale, sit back into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Torso over the floor, L-shaped position. Exhale, fold. Step back into your tabletop position. Curl toes under, pause, breathe in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and lower all the way to the floor. Curl the pubic bone forward more and inhale. Lift up through the low back, get long through the upper back to lift chest. Exhale, lower down. Pick back up into your table, toes curled under. Take a breath here. And step the right foot forward, pivot left heel down, warrior one, hands on hips. Pause, breathe in. And then exhale, lower the back knee, lower the hands, tabletop position, breathe in. Exhale, toes are curled under, belly in, lower all the way to the floor. Straighten the legs, cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down, pick back up, tabletop position, toes curled under. On your next inhalation, step left foot forward, feet of warrior one, pivot the back heel down. P.S., you can do these in just some lunges, right? You don't even have to do the warriors, but if you want to go all the way there, do them without your arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the back knee to the floor. Come back to tabletop position, pause, toes curled under, breathe in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and lower to the floor. Straighten the legs, point the toes, inhale. Lengthen to the upper back to come up into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tabletop position, toes curled under. Breath in. And then exhale, step forward into a forward bend. And relax. Inhale, hands on hips, come all the way up and then sit in a chair. And then inhale to stand up tall. Hands to heart center. Doable. All right. Be serious. 3 poses in the vignettes. All right. No shoulders or shoulder healing moves. All right. We'll be working with that. So from here, bring big toes to touch or stand wide, hands on hips. Take a deep breath in and sit in a chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back, tabletop position. Toes curled under, deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and then lower onto the floor. Straighten the legs. Let's unclog the low back from here. Inhale, inwardly rotate left thigh and then reach back to the leg and lower it down. Inhale, inwardly rotate the right thigh, reach it back, and then lower it down. Let's low cobra from here. Inhale, get long to the upper back, straight back reach through both legs, lift chest. Exhale, lower down, pick up into tabletop position. Warrior 2 feet. Inhale, step the left foot forward, pivot the back heel down. Come on up. Bring your hands onto your hips. We'll work archer position today. All right, so it's a back healer, but we're going to do it a little different. Bring your hands up to grab onto your upper part of your shirt, whatever that might be. It might be your strap, right? Elbow reaches up. Take the left hand behind to grab onto the waistband of your pants. Use the left hand on the back to lengthen your tailbone to the floor. Right elbow reaches up. And you know, if you can't get the grab because your shoulder's restricted, you can just keep the right hand on the shoulder. Or don't use it at all. It's more important what you're doing with your left hand. So take a deep breath into that place. Left hand on the sacrum. Exhale, use the left hand to tuck the tailbone to the floor and push down through both feet. One more deep breath. Exhale, use the hand to tuck the tailbone, soften the front low ribs, push down through your feet. All right, extended warrior variation. Bring left forearm onto thigh, palm up. Relax the neck to the left. Take right hand on hip and take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Feel for that sacrum opening away from the body, like a bowl. Widen the breath through that area. Soften the rib cage, the shoulders. Strengthen the legs. And then release. You can grab your block here. Lower the back knee to the floor. Pad your knee. Flip the right edge of the mat over. And point back your right toes. Take your block on its high side inside the front foot. Sink down into the front hip. I guess they're both front, right? So really it's both hips. And give a strong reach back through the right toes, pushing the toenails against the floor. Now here's where your shoulders are going to want to do stuff. So consciously relax them. Consciously soften the rib cage, the sides, the front, and definitely the back. Maybe lift the back knee off the floor. But again, soften whatever upper body compensation just tried to happen with that stronger move. Push down through your strong legs instead. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower that knee if it's lifted. Come back to tabletop position. Inhale. Curl toes under. Curl pubic bone forward. And then lower all the way to the floor. Unclog the low back. Inhale, inwardly rotate right thigh and then reach the toes and then lower it down. Inhale, inwardly rotate the left thigh and then exhale, reach it long and lower it down. Bring hands onto the hips. Actually, bring hands onto the buttocks so that the fingertips are on the bottom cupping both buttocks. Take a deep breath into the low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and lengthen the buttocks into your fingertips. Relax the forehead on the floor and curl the pubic bone more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward. Press the buttocks into the hands. Reach back through both legs. One more breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward. Lengthen the buttocks. And then release. Hands under shoulders. Lift to tabletop position. Curl toes under. Feet of warrior two. Inhale, step the right foot forward between your hands and pivot left heel down. All right, let's call this warrior. Instead of warrior two with archer, we're going to work it as the sacrum push. So bring the left hand behind the back. Actually, it's right hand on the back. The left hand can be in an archer position if you want to work that, but grab the top of whatever upper body clothing you're wearing. Or have the hand on the shoulder or hand on hip. Again, it's more important for what your right hand is doing behind you. So breathe into where your right hand is touching your body. Exhale, use the right hand to lengthen the tailbone to the floor. Soften ribs. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Lengthen the tailbone. And push down through your feet. Strengthen the breath. Soften the ribs to accept that strength. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Push down throughout the feet. Extended warrior, bring right forearm onto thigh palm up. Keep the left hand on the hip and relax the neck. Let go in the shoulders. Engage the legs. Breathe through and around the upper back, sides of the ribs, upper chest. Inhale to unwind. Lower the back knee to the floor. Variations on arrow lunge. Bring left knee to the floor, pat the knee, and bring your block inside the right foot. Both hands on the block. Sink forward in hips. Soften the shoulders and the ribs. Now, without going any further, just feel for that softness and the strength through that back leg. This may be enough for you, right? To meet that strength without cinching and clogging up the shoulders. What do you need to do to change that habit in the upper body of shielding? Breathe more deeply. I just stopped. I don't know how that felt for your body, but breathe in. What do we need to do to change the habits that we have of shielding ourselves? How can we strengthen our bodies? Strengthen that left leg now and lift the back knee if you have further to go. What do we need to strengthen in our bodies to let our hearts stay open without the guardedness? And to know that we're strong enough to withstand anything. One more breath. And then release. Lower the left knee to the floor. And step back to tabletop position. Warrior one with brain cradle. Not so unclog the low back though. Actually, let's just step right to warrior one. Step the left foot forward. Pivot the right heel down. Push through the legs to come up. And actually, let's work with bird wing today. Bring the elbows alongside the body with the palms up. Engage down through the legs. Love this exercise. It's called bird wing. And it does give the element of freedom in the upper body and how we can strengthen down through the legs to free up movement here, right? So take a deep breath into the upper body, upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, and squeeze the arms against the ribs. Push down through both legs, especially that right one. Take a deep breath into the upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, squeeze the arms against the body, and push down through both legs. Really reach back to that right thigh. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, squeeze arms against the body. And then release. Twisting warrior. Inhale. Lower the torso and bring right forearm onto left thigh, make a fist. Cup it with left palm. We'll stay here. This will be our twist. Lengthening back through that right thigh and pushing strongly through the heel. It's kind of the rudder for our hips. Sinking into both hips. And consciously softening any work happening in the upper body. Moving breath into the upper body to enhance that awareness. And then release. Lounge lunge, one of my favorite poses. Flip the right edge of the mat over and step the left foot forward into a low lunge position. Right toes point straight back. Hug left knee to the body and bring right hand on the diagonal out in front of right shoulder. So it's off the plumb line, as Forest Yoga Guardian Erica Mather calls it. Plumb line. Love that. Relax the shoulders and find that strong reach back through the right thigh and toes as we did in arrow lunge. And let go on the neck. Go after this shape through the breath. Go after softening through the breath. Go after melting through the breath. Inhale, shift the hips back. And then let's unclog the low back. We'll do a little more unclogging. Step to tabletop position and then curl the pubic bone to come all the way to the floor. Unclogging the back, inhale, inwardly rotate the left thigh and then reach the leg long and bring it down. Inhale, inwardly rotate the right thigh, reach it long and bring it down. Curl the pubic bone forward and then bring arms out into a cactus position. Shoulder shrugs, inhale. You can stay down today, let the forehead press down. Hold the breath, draw the shoulder heads back and down, curl the pubic bone forward. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back and down, curl the pubic bone forward, reach through the legs. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, shoulder blades down, curl pubic bone forward, lower the hands, and then push up, tabletop position. Love it. All right, step the right foot forward. Let's warrior one it. Pivot the right heel, left heel down, excuse me. Push through both heels to come up. Bird wing position, arms at your sides, palms up. Sink into the hips. Take a deep breath through the upper back and strengthen the press through both legs. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, squeeze the arms against the body. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, squeeze the arms against the body, push down through the legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, squeeze the arms against the body. Twisting warrior, make a fist with left hand, bring forearm onto thigh. Cup the fist with right palm. Lengthen the torso on an angle over the thigh and push strongly back through the right heel, left heel, strongly down to the right. So it's down to the right and back to the left. Deep breath in. Wash, breath out. And release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Pad left knee, flip the mat. And then lengthen the back leg behind you. Bring the left hand forward of left shoulder. Again, it's on a diagonal. Hug right knee into chest. And whatever work you're doing in the upper body and shoulders, let it go. The palm pressing will take any of that energy and put it down into the floor to support you. Where can you use your breath and place your breath to support what you're doing now? The upper body and whatever you're carrying there. And let go. And release. Shift the hips back. Lunge. All right. Lunge with heel to butt. All right, so come on to bring the left foot forward. Bring the right knee to the floor. Bring left forearm onto the thigh, palm up. If it's too much to do that, you can take your left hand on a block outside the foot. Sink deeply into the thigh and bring right hand onto right thigh for traction. Inhale, bring the left heel up if you have that in your practice today. So the hand is on the block or right hand is tractioning, left forearm on thigh. That's more of a balance move. a deep breath through the low, mid, upper back. Spread the toes. I always find that active feet helps me take a deeper breath because my legs feel super charged. And I can soften in the upper body just a little bit more. And then release. Lower that back foot to the floor. All right. Let's do that with bow. If you have your rolled up mat nearby, grab it. I'm not sure if I told you to pick this up at the beginning of class. My bad if I didn't. Grab one if you do, if you can. I'll give you a moment. And or use a rolled up blanket in some kind of configuration like this, or a rolled up pillow. All right. A shoulderless bow, one arm, one leg. Lower over your prop. Take left hand in front of you. Bring the forearm to the floor for even less shoulder today. Bring right hand behind, so it's at the flash prep configuration. I'm gonna do this with opposite hands just so you see me because I'm not in a super good camera position for that. So I know I've got my right forearm on the floor here and my left palm on the floor. Oh, Vesper needs to come in. But we want the left hand forward and the right palm on the floor for the move that we're doing right now. Come on, Missy. I see you, sweetheart. All right, so let's do it. Left forearm on the floor, right palm is back near the body. Right hand is on the floor under right shoulder. All right, so it's like this, opposite arms. Keep the left leg reaching long and draw the right heel into the buttock. Relax the neck. Take a deep breath into the low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and wrap it around the roll and let the belly settle over it. Take a deep breath, low, mid, upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, curl the pubic bone forward and soften the belly around the roll. Soften the front low ribs. One more like that. Both thigh bones are strongly reaching back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, soften the front low ribs, give a little more of a curl, and then lower down. Push back up into your table. And let's do the other side. Lunge, step the right foot forward, pad the left knee. Lunge, heel to butt variation. With a block move, you're bringing the block outside the front foot. Right hand on block. Left hand on front thigh. Bend the back knee, heel comes up if that's your work. Use left hand to traction right thigh forward. You may wish to bring the right forearm onto the thigh for additional traction. Palm is up if that's the case. Sink into the hips and draw the back heel in with every exhale. Spread the toes on both feet. Expand the breath. And then lower that heel. Shift the hips back. Come on to hands and knees. Grab your roll or similar prop. Lower onto the roll. Make sure the roll is in the soft part of the belly. So here we'll have right forearm on the floor, elbow on the floor, under shoulder. Left palm on the floor, under shoulder. Little asymmetry. Inhale, draw the left heel in and keep the right leg reaching long. Both thigh bones are extending back. Take a deep breath into the low, mid, upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back and down. Find that wrap as you wrap the pubic bone around the roll. Release the front low ribs. Take a deep breath in. Spread the toes. And exhale, curl the pubic bone forward around the roll. Soften front low ribs. Push down to the floor and the arm and the hands. One more deep breath in. Soften the shoulders. And exhale, curl the pubic bone forward. Draw the ribs in. Curl the pubic bone a little more. And then lower down. Pick up into table pose. Woo-wee. And let's come into lounge lizard. Grab your roll, or your roll thing, whatever you're using as a roll thing. I love this move. One of my favorite. Take your roll. Place it between your thighs. Actually, yeah, we're good. Place the roll between the thighs, right up at the pubic bone. All right. Be on your left side. Have your right hand in front of your belt, your tummy, or your chest. Tummy is pretty easy for me, and probably most of us. In this move, let the left shoulder ride it to the ear and rest your head on the shoulder. Now your block thing, your roll thing could be your block, right? For this one. Not so much for the tummy work, right? All right, so push down through both hands and reach back to the legs. Feel the length of the left side of the body. All right, let's take a big old breath into that. Exhale, squeeze onto the roll, tuck the tailbone and reach back through your legs. Take a deep breath with the low back. Let the head hang. Exhale. Tuck left sit bone into the tailbone, into the roll. Reach through your legs. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Tuck the right sit bone in. Tuck the tailbone really far in and then reach back through the legs. And then release. Come to the other side. However you want to get there is cool. I'm just going to rock around so I can still face you. Whatever prop you're working between the thighs, position it. Straighten your body one straight line. That's why I use the long edge of my mat. Right? That helps guide me. Have left hand in front of the torso. Right hand is out to the side with the shoulder riding off. There are very few moves in forced yoga, as it is said, that involves the shoulders shrugging up. We experienced one of them today, and here's the second one. Let the head rest toward that shrugging shoulder and take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, squeeze onto your prop, and reach through active feet. Inhale, breathe, the whole right side of the body. Exhale, squeeze the right sit bone into the roll. Reach through active feet. Sink in the ribs even more. One more breath. Exhale, tuck the left sit bone in, squeeze on the roll, reach through your feet. And then let that go. Bend your knees. Remove your prop. Recline spinal twist. We're not coming up from here. You will be going to Shavasana after this shake. So bring on your comfy cozies. I feel like Mr. Rogers, like I feel, I changed my shoes. I totally saw that movie. If you didn't see it, it's a great time to be watching that one. Hell of a great time. That man, I think we should all be watching Mr. Rogers on a daily basis right now. Just saying, anywho. Let's come into reclined spinal twist, and then we'll be going to Shavasana. So come onto your backs. Or keep putting on your comfy cozies and make your way there. And before I send you off, I will thank you again, those of you who have subscribed to the YouTube channel, who are following me here on Instagram. joining me live, participating in any way. And that means liking, sharing, subscribing, making sure your subscriptions are set up for notifications for when the live videos happen or when I post something. Make sure you go into your settings, because Instagram and YouTube actually have some settings around that, so you'll be able to get the notifications. For people who have donated, thank you so much. That's a beautiful gift, and that is awesome. It's just unbelievable when people are able to do that. I am greatly appreciative. These classes are free and are my gift to you. And but the way we can continue making them available to those who need them are by doing those things that I just described. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me personally through comments or messages. And I'm here for you. I am loving doing this work. I'm loving them. I've returned to teaching yoga after taking a very long break for some time to do other things. But I'm grateful that I'm able to share what I know and love and what has been a support in my life with you. So that'll be that. Let's go into recline twist. Come onto your back. Bring your knees up over your belly. You can hold the backs of the knees or the tops of the knees, or again, come back to the cactus position with your palms up. Activate your feet even here. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the thigh bones settle into the pelvis and push the tailbone long, and then roll your knees over to the right. Very, very nice. The arms can stay in cactus, or you can reach the left arm longer on a diagonal. Gaze can be right or left, depending on what that part of your body needs. Relax the shoulders into the floor. Take a deep breath in. Keep the feet active. Squeeze calves together lightly. And take one more breath. Exhale, activate the feet. Tuck the tailbone. Let go of the shoulders. And then inhale, bring your arms closer into your body. Lift the left thigh and then the right. Come back to knees over pelvis. Activate the feet again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lower the knees over to the left. Bring the arms open to cactus. Or maybe extend the right leg long, right arm long, excuse me. Soften the shoulders. Relax. Relax the belly, relax the shoulders, relax the rib cage. And then inhale, lift the right knee and then the left. Place both feet on the floor to support wiggling the hips and arranging the shoulders in alignment, squared up over one another. To continue working in a chest opening Shavasana, you can take a block or, again, that rolled up prop that you might be using and place it between the shoulder blades. Take a block or some other supportive prop and make it higher than the one that would be between the shoulder blades so the head can be supported. Lower over that prop so the shoulder blades really are hugging around that prop. Head is supported, chin lightly tucked. I like this move with the knees bent, feet on the floor, arms out to the sides. If you extend the legs long, just make sure your low back is okay with that. Or place a prop under the backs of the thighs to make it okay. Shavasana on the floor is fine. This is just an option. When you come off your props, remember, the floor might be further away than you remember. When you come up supporting your head. But take your Shavasana, make sure that you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the video at this point so you have the opportunity to do what you need to do to make yourself comfortable and your practice complete for as long as you wish. Again, it is my service to you that actually makes me whole. I don't know what I would do actually if I wasn't doing this. So I'm very, very grateful. Namaste.